Going live. Okay, we are officially live, people. I'm going to give everyone just a couple seconds to tune in. I said I was going to go live today to answer any and all questions to do with Ignite. Ignite is a new challenge that I'm going to be starting with my whole crew January 6th, which is the first Monday of the year. So before we even get started, I want to say Happy New Year to every single one of you guys that follows me. I hope everyone had an amazing end of 2019 and are ready to hit the floor and ground running this year. This is going to be an exciting year for me, and I know that I'm ready to start the year off with something fierce and spicy so I can get ready and get my head in the right set to crush the goals that I've set for this year. And I do this every year. I do it, and I'm that annoying person in my family that makes everyone write down their goals for the year, and I have mine written down, and I'm going to replace what I have in my bathroom right now so that I see it every day. I have my business goals as well as my personal goals, and then there's some that kind of blend into both that are up there as well. So just a reminder to everyone to kind of get some things onto paper to understand what you're working towards. And I think that we all have ideas in our head, but when we write it down, it makes it more real and definitely makes it come to life. So I'm going to pull up Ignite on my device right now. And I want to talk about it. I want to talk about the breakdown of the program, what it's going to entail, and we'll go from there. So, here we go. So, Ignite is going to be a 6-week program. Now, over the 6 weeks, there are 6 different phases. Now, at the end of each phase, this one is a little bit different than anything else I've done before, because I usually encourage people to, whenever they start any of my programs, to write down 3 goals and 3 blessings at the beginning so they have them and they understand what they're working towards. Because sometimes we don't really want to show up every day. But if we have something right in front of our face that is a visual reminder, then it makes things a lot easier to wake up and move forward and to keep going for. So here we go. Oh, man. Megan, I might need to borrow your, let's see. Yeah, can I borrow your laptop real quick? So I can just open it up. So it is a digital download, thank you. It is a digital download and a PDF. So once you guys purchase it, it's available online. That is exactly how you register. Now, we don't start until Monday, and we've extended registration so that you guys can sign up if anyone wants to get started, but you're out of town or something happens or life happens, that we have extended the registration window to be open until midnight on the 7th or the, let's say, the mid-morning to into the evening on the 7th, but do your best to get it in as soon as you can. And reason being, if you go any later, it's only going to hurt you guys, because the more into the challenge you are when you submit your before pictures, the less change you'll see in between your before and your after. So Ignite is going to be a 6-week training program, and in here there is 5 workouts a week. Day 1, day 2, and day 3 are going to be metabolic conditioning. Now, everyone always says, like, well, what is your program going to do for me? And this is where I have to come in and give you guys my 2 cents. And I don't believe that there's any 6-week program out there that is a secret formula that will give every single person the same results. So with that being said, depending on what your goals are and your body type and what you do when you're doing this protocol will determine what happens afterwards. And what you put in your mouth and what you do for every other hour of the day will determine your results with this program. So if you guys want to step it up and go for that intense A game and bring your heat every day, I can guarantee you that there's no way that you'll be able to do this style of training without shedding a shit ton of fat and building lean muscle. I'm a true believer in high intensity in exercises combined with strength. I don't believe, and I've read many studies that there is nothing proven that if you separate your cardio with your strength, or if as two separate training sessions, that there is not necessarily any definite benefit in doing it in 2 separate. So my philosophy and fitness mind is really a supporter of high intensity interval training, but combining not only high intense cardio, but with strength and resistance training as well. So and science will show you that whenever our heart rate is higher, when we go to pick up a load, you're going to excel and get more maximum benefits, because if your heart is pumping, that means your heart is going to be pumping and flushing your targeted muscle groups with blood and oxygen and nutrients, which is exactly what they want in order to make a change. So we want to create as much stress as possible. I think that in order to grow and to get the most muscle mass is you need to spend more time under tension. So in this program right here, it's metabolic. There's time under tension, metabolic movements, high intensity, as well as traditional bodybuilding. So, and the combination of all of those things with bodyweight exercises, with explosive, with isolated movements, there is nothing that we don't do in this program. So I wouldn't be able to say that this is a bodybuilding program. I would not be able to say that this is a running program. This is a hybrid style of training that combines kettlebell work, bodyweight work, animal flow, traditional bodybuilding, functional training, high intensity interval training, plyometrics, running, rowing, biking, you name it. Well, I'm trying to make things exciting. I don't believe of staying inside of the box, because if we're in this for the long run, staying inside of a box gets really fucking boring after a while. So I've tried to make all of my programs as exciting as possible. And that's the physical part of things, right? So I'm going to show you guys inside of the book in just a moment. If you stay engaged, and I'll let you guys show you guys a couple of the workouts and how it will break down. But just from my mouth first, and the kind of from my mind, is I love to have an idea of what I'm going to be doing every week. I don't want to repeat a workout necessarily, but I want to know what's coming. So I've given a very brief and vague outline, which is day 1, day 2, day 3 will be metabolic conditioning. It's not going to stick to one style of workout. Now the workouts that will entail would be EMOMs every minute on the minute, some AMRAPs, some rounds for time, some chippers, you name it, or high intensity interval training, which is time on, time off, and I'll let you know exactly what to do in each interval. I do prescribe weights, which I usually don't do, but whenever I do a challenge, I don't prescribe weights for an everyday workout, because I think that we are all different, trying to gain and achieve different things, and without being able to see or meet you or see you move, I don't think I necessarily have the right to tell you what you should be lifting all year round. But I will tell you this, and I've been reading and listening to a lot of studies recently, and that is that my immune system for the past year has been pretty rock solid. I haven't actually gone down with the plague for a while. And I used to get really sick. And I used to get sick every 3 months whenever I was CrossFitting. And high intensity training is going to not necessarily build you the strongest immune system. However, ever since I have started to focus on not only high intensity, but also slowing down at times, my immune system seems to have been stronger. And I've been reading even more into how to improve that immune system, since Mr. Wim Hof believes that and thinks that he can control and own his immune system. So this is something that I put on my personal goals this year, to work on breath work. And I've already ordered a inflatable ice tub to be in my house, because Pal and I are going to start doing ice baths for the Wim Hof method, to try and keep our immune system bulletproof. Because we have to move all year round, and we do have very hectic, crazy, awesome lives, but the last thing we need is to get sick. So I don't really know where I was going with that tangent. Sorry to get off, but the style of programming and everything that's entails inside of this book is super diverse. So day 1, day 3, day 3 is going to be metabolic conditioning. Day 4 will be a scheduled rest day. So Thursday would be a rest day. Friday, day 5 of training, will be a heavy kettlebell day, strength day, whether that means strength endurance or strength by numbers. For an example, maybe we have 10 sets of 10 every minute on the minute of kettlebell goblet squats using 2 weights, which is 100 squats total, but you will usually have around 25 to 30 seconds of rest scheduled every minute, but we pick up weights. We move slow and steady and in control. Some of them are really exciting kettlebell flows. I've been posting a lot of that online, and I'm posting a lot of that onto my app, and the feedback has been great. So I decided to implement these once a week into this program, which is a kettlebell flow, which is usually an EMOM, meaning every minute on the minute or every 90 seconds for 12 minutes or whatever it may be, you are responsible for this flow. And it is a compound kettlebell flow of adding a bunch of single movements into one beautiful seamless flow. And it could be a swing into a clean, into a snatch, into a reverse lunge, into one single arm squat, whatever it may be. And you have to repeat that every minute on the minute or against the clock, which is really exciting. And then Fridays or Saturday, Saturday will be training, Sunday will be rest day. So Saturday is scheduled to be a bodyweight and bands workout, which Paolo and I were hitting a few of those when we were on the road. I took my mini bands, that's all I needed, and I had my body weight, and we crushed it. And I was absolutely drenched. I even did one on the RV yesterday and was drenched within literally 15 minutes of moving. So it's a great way to go heavy, move fast, move slow, decompress, get in tune with your body, improve your mobility, but always bringing the heat, making you guys sweat on a daily basis, but also remembering to implement the recovery where it is needed. I just want to stop before I keep going and go through all these questions. Yeah, I am British. I know that people don't really know that, but Happy New Year, guys. There's a lot of Happy New Years here. You still in the challenge? I still am in the challenge. I'm ready to do it. It's about to start. I can't wait because I really have just let myself go over the last 7 days, which has been very exciting, but I have not been on my A game like I usually am, which I think is healthy for us to do often. What are my goals for this year? My personal goals, the ones that I'm willing to share, I guess, actually, number one on my list, which I am not afraid to share at all, is personal development. And within that, I put these categories of, number one, most importantly, I think self-awareness. I think all of us need to work on self-awareness. And this is something that I really want to work on. I have recently been editing some videos, and I get to watch myself from the outside in. And I think awareness means that we don't really understand that we're doing it in the moment, but from the outside in, I saw a lot that I want to improve on. And one of them being patience. I'm known to cut people off, and I hate that about myself, and I keep seeing it more and more. So I'm going to work on that internally to really work on patience and not externalizing my patient emotion in that moment, and to be able to understand it, deal with it inside of my mind before I react externally. So I can't wait to really work on that. That's my personal goal for number one. Number two is to buy a house. Paolo and I have been in this weird space of having a condo, moving out of a condo, and then renting a house. But we've been renting this house now for too long, and it's just literally a goal that we need to buy a property. Whether we plan on staying here forever or not, I think that we should still be buying a property at this point in my life. So that's another goal. And number three is my training starts today for the Ironman that I plan on doing for my 30th birthday. This is my last year in my 20s, which is fucking crazy to think about. So my goal is to go to Europe and complete a full Ironman. So I want to start training now so that I can complete it feeling good and not dying. Progressive overload, let's just say that. And the progressive overload starts today. Nadia, that's what's up. You just started today. A lot of you guys got started already. I'm super stoked about that. So you can either pre-warn us about what's coming or not, and just watch, set the bar and kind of give us some stats on what to work towards. If you guys have already started Ignite, Happy New Year from Switzerland. This is amazing. You guys are from all over. Oh man, lost 10 kilograms in 2.5 months by doing your YouTube videos. That's incredible, Mitch. Christian, that's impressive, man. Keep up the hard work. Are you good at reading these comments and talking? Clearly not, because these were a long time ago and I'm not good. Ready for Ignite. Let me just quickly keep going. Oh man, that's incredible. I've lost 77 pounds with you on my iFit. So if you guys don't know what iFit is, this is another way of training with me. iFit is owned by Icon, and Icon also own Perform Better, Free Motion, and Nordic Track. And any of their devices that have an iFit subscription, which is also an app, you will be able to access training programs from me that are utilizing their equipment. So some of them, this is when I get to travel around the world and go on to these amazing trips. And these trips, we literally film protocols in the most beautiful places, and the idea is to kind of do like a Netflix. Remember Anthony Bourdain used to go to these countries and travel through the streets, and we would sit on our couch and watch him explore and expose different parts of the world and the wonders of the world. Well, that's the idea of what we're doing with iFit right now. So we travel around the world and we get to film these workouts, and you guys, rather than watching the world from your couch, you can do the workout from your machine, get a great workout in, and not only improve your body but improve your mind and your awareness of what's out there. There are so many beautiful things, so I'm very grateful for that opportunity I get to do. I'm super pumped with this program. I wish I lived closer so I could take a class at Pump Fit. Us too. Can you help me with a back stretch real quick? Trap nerve kind of pain. Absolutely. But give me one moment. Let me just get through the Ignite, and I'm going to try and remember to do that. And if I don't do that today, I will absolutely do. Please send me a message through a DM, and I'll get back to you independently. You are doing workout now, not this second. I'm just here. Some workouts. My page is full of workouts if you want to see them. Is the wood moving for the flanks? I'm not sure what that means, but I like it. I hope that's not, if it's rude, I like it even more. I have no idea. I'm really excited. Hi from the Philippines. I'm announcing that I'm actually going to be going to Vietnam in January. So I'm going to be going to Vietnam to film one of these protocols that I'm talking about, and I'm going to be spending my 29th birthday there. So if you guys have any suggestions on Vietnam, or anyone is from Vietnam, this has been a dream of mine to do this for the longest time, and now it's finally coming true. So I can't wait to head over. So the 27th of January to the 12th or 13th of February, I will be in Vietnam. I am not in Australia. Everyone thinks that I'm from Australia. I've never been there, but was born and raised in a place called Maidenhead in England. That I moved here to the States when I was 16, so my accent got a little fucked up along the way. And along the way, I also did meet you, Jay Stambo. What's good, bro? 2009 Longmeadow High School. What's up? No, I'm not from Australia. Okay. You're awesome and insane. That is so definitely true. I 100% am insane. And how long have I been training? Since 2012, end of 2012. Happy New Year. But let's keep going before I keep going. Do I monitor my heart? I have a heart rate monitor that I wear on a regular basis, but if that's what you mean. Awesome. Are you kidding me? Tiff, let's go. March 1st. Let's go. Okay, but back to Ignite. So now that I've answered all those questions, I'm going to turn this camera back around and I'm going to show you guys inside of the book. So how do I do that? Oh, here we go. All right. So Ignite. Dun, 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 dun. Whenever you guys get your device, your Ignite, you'll be able to download it to your device. There is an Ignite Facebook group that you guys will be able to access. This is what is included inside of the program. Now, the Ignite Facebook group is not mandatory. A lot of questions come up for that. You do not have to have Facebook, but in my opinion, it is a huge part of the trial and the whole experience, because it is a support group. And just to show you guys what I mean by that, we have an amazing Facebook group here, and every challenge that I've done is unbelievable what people do when everyone is kind of reaching and working towards the same goal. So these are little stuff that you guys need to know about the program, such as the terminology, what does this mean, what does DKB mean, and other things like that. Some words of wisdom to get you guys going. Now, this is something that I think is huge. At the end, every phase, like I was telling you, there is homework. So each phase is designated and I have assigned it to something that you're trying to do, right? So for example, the first phase is actually I'm going too fast here. Let me just turn back around. So we'll provide you with the equipment list, which I've already provided you with online. But if you guys don't have your equipment yet, there are links here to the jump rope and the mini bands that I just released, which I'm really excited about, and to the Dynamax med ball. And these are not cheap, guys. Med balls are not a cheap piece of equipment, but I have a 30% off code inside of the ebook. And for anyone that is there, I guess you can have it too. You go over to medicineballs.com. Don't quote me on that. I'm going to put the link in this live right here, and the code is HEF 2019, and you receive 30% off your ball, which is huge. And in addition to that, my relationship with Onnit is just growing, and I love them so much, and their bells and everything that they stand for. And here is another 10% off code for you guys are trying to look for some kettlebells, which is just entering Hannah when you go to the Onnit website to purchase anything there. Now, there's also the conversion weight chart for people to do, because I do prescribe weights in this program. However, if you guys are not ready for that weight yet and you know it's too heavy, I've tried to scale by showing you steps and weights. So if I prescribed a 35 and that this is an advanced program, maybe we need to drop to the 18 and the 9 if you're a beginner, just so you can master the movement before you start even getting close to this 35. And I want you guys to also see this, that a lot of the weights for the females may be prescribed at a 35, but if you are new to this world, you don't start here. None of us started here. I included started here, and we progressively overload and get fitter and fitter every time. Same thing with the dumbbells there as well. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, there's a rower included or an assault bike. Well, if you don't have a rower or an assault bike, then get your ass outside and start running. I have a time running a conversion chart for you here, and there's also another piece that I've added to the pie, which someone else said they don't want to do any of those. Then here's a little tip for you. For every 200 meters will take you 45 to 50 seconds of running, so do burpees for the same amount of time and have fun with that. There's also a supplement guide with some Onnit it's my favorite products from on it. It's proteins that I like to take, my regular protein and then recovery protein, focused rather than I'm trying to get away from the pre-workout powders that are too hard and full of bad ingredients. So these ingredients are nitric oxide, which do have supplements inside of them, but they're also blended with far better and healthier ingredients that are inside of these, with natural fruits and coloring from fruits and vegetables rather than from chemicals, etc. So memory and focus, you guys know how long my days are, so I've just decided to put some of those in there. I take digestive enzymes every single day with everything I eat. When I get home from work and my mind won't shut the fuck up, I take New Mood, which will help me also relax and decompress for the evening. And these are all organic, natural supplements and vitamins. Okay, so like I was saying, each of the phases are related to something, right? So this one, phase 1, is to ignite your mind. So once you guys get in there, I'm going to give you guys a challenge. And here's just an example. I'll show you the first one and then that's it. But I understand the power of the mind. It is something that we must challenge and test on a regular basis, or we become stagnant. It all starts in your mind. Your internal thoughts will dictate how you see the world around you. In this phase, I want you to get real with yourself. I want you to focus on self-awareness, ignite your mind, and own who you are and where you're at this very moment. Life has its ups and downs. We must challenge ourselves constantly to ignite our minds to live life to its fullest, no matter what life throws our way. Our ability to deal and handle with life experiences is up to us. Everyone has different goals and dreams, but we are all here to ignite. Own who you are, and if you don't like who you are, change it. And then the next page, I've asked you guys to write down 3 things that you like about yourself and 3 negative traits that you're aware of about yourself. And I off at the beginning of this live, if you guys caught that, which is my goal for the new year, and the number 1 is personal development by starting with some to improve my self-awareness, and one of mine being patience, right? So I said right here, write down 3 negative traits that you're aware of about yourself. My number 1 in there would be that I cut people off. I hate that, and it's not because I don't care about what they say. I just am too passionate apparently about what I have to say, and I need to understand to hold my fucking mouth and wait. And if my mind can still remember my thought, then maybe it was worth holding on to. But everyone needs to have the opportunity to speak. Another negative trait about myself that I do, this is ridiculous. When I'm stressed, I pick at the skin at my nails. This is something that I hate. But I have absolute control in changing it, which will then show me that I've been doing this for 28 years. That if I can stop this year, after 28 years of doing the same thing, then I can pretty much stop anything I put my mind to. The purpose of all these exercises is not necessarily just so that you stop picking the skin off your nails. It's such a bigger picture, and that's what the whole point of this program is like, this Ignite, yes, it's going to ignite you to get a better body. Yes, we're here to get fitter for 2020, but it's so much more than that. It's to ignite your drive, ignite your mind, your power, your soul, your entire being. Like, why are we here? What are we doing this for? Let's not be these robots that just sign up for a challenge to say that we can start on day 1 and finish on on week 6. Let's do more than that and use this challenge as a way that sharpens us to excel and just want a little bit more. And I wrote this morning a really intense post. I don't even think that it posted, which I'm so bummed about, which is my ultimate goal is through fitness, to use fitness as a tool to improve myself, but to essentially continue to push the limits and see how much human potential I really and truly have while maintaining a happy and balanced life. I know that I could do one thing. I do so many different things, and that's purely because I want to see if I'm able to put myself into a new area and succeed or not. And succeed doesn't mean to be the absolute best. In my mind, it's just to hold my own and to know that I said I wanted to do something, not knowing how to do it. And with the right planning and the right mindset, I was able to actually do it. So that's the whole point in what I have used fitness for. And that's what my goal is now to move through this into the new year is, yes, I am technically selling you a training program, but it's so much more than that. I hope that you guys can take something much more than that away from it, which is, this is just the tool to sharpen every other aspect of your life and to sharpen your drive. And that was what I was saying in the post, is like, my drive means my entirety. That means my business. I want to ignite my drive to be better at my business, to be better at leading a team, to be better at growing a business, to be better at being present in my relationship, to be a better wife, to be a better daughter, to be a better mother to my furry dogs, to be a better housewife, which I fucking suck at. Like, the whole point is to ignite our drive in a whole way, not just one area, just everything about me as a human being. Everything that I do, I touch, that I breathe and think and believe in, I want to get better at it. And I also want to do more. And if you think that it was a natural feeling to be this energized and to have this drive, that's bullshit. I used to be so lazy and I wouldn't wake up till 2 p.m. and I would usually order Domino's to my bed that was on speed dial. Like, I wasn't always like this. It was a choice to make a change. And I never quit on that change because it feels good. And that's what someone else wrote on in a comment commented on something that I wrote saying she didn't agree or he didn't agree with what I wrote. When I said, don't set yourself up for failure, set attainable goals. And the reason why I say that is not because I don't think we should dream big. I think we should absolutely dream big, but we can't start big. We don't go, ooh, I want to open a business that makes $250,000 in the first year. You don't just go, all right, open up a business, boom. All of a sudden, you've generated $250,000 in a year. It doesn't work like that. You have to understand that you have to set the smaller goals that are attainable, that you can check off so that you're able to actually finally reach that final goal. And that's what I meant by that post, which is set yourself up for success, because there's no better feeling than succeeding, because it like fuels you. And that's what I mean by ignite, right? And unleash and embrace, like all of these challenges that I set out for myself or for you guys. That feeling when you succeed and you actually finish it is fucking crazy. It's awesome. It's so motivating for yourself to want to keep propelling forward. And that's what this is all about. But anyway, that is the inside of this book as far as, well, the latest. And now let's get down to the workouts. So workout number 1, I've already posted online. Here's an example. It will tell you what you need for your equipment list on the left. Workout number 1, part 1, complete 1,000 meter row or 800 meter run or a 60 calorie bike. Now, I'll always tell you to record your score. Now, at the back of this book, which I will show you in just a moment, you guys will see a score sheet. Now, I haven't prescribed you guys to repeat this program for more than 6 weeks. However, a lot of you guys do that, and you often keep track of your score so that you can take note and beat your ass again when you come back and do it again. So if you're not sure of what any of these exercises are, you just click on the exercise and it will open up a video of me doing it in an exercise database. Just no talking, no coaching, but just the simple exercise itself. Now, if that isn't enough for you and you need a little bit more assistance, then if you click the link that says view demo, that's right by the side of it.
1, part 2. So we have 3 rounds, 21, 15, and 9. Of 2 different things. A double kettlebell standing clean and press, which are going to be 2 weights that weigh the same, 2 26 pounds for ladies, 2 35s for males, butt down, chest up. A standing clean is going to come straight up, so I want to see my toes on the other side of the kettlebell. Ass down, chest up, pull your shoulder blades back and together. I'm going to drive through my heels, rotate my wrist, and catch my kettlebells in my front rack position. If you need any help or additional...
So as you see, every single one of the exercises every workout has multiple parts. Apart from a couple of them, which are fucking brutal. But most of them typically have 2 to 3 parts. Each part will have an individual link with me explaining every single part to give you coaching tips, break it down, give you a demo, and kind of tell you what I'm expecting from you or what you can try and expect from yourself in that moment. So that's exactly how it works for each workout. Now this is an example of workout 1, 2, and 3. That will be, what did I do with that? Oh dear, sorry. Sorry, wrong page. Here we go. Oh, what did I just do with it? Sorry. I lost it. But let me show you my weird. Okay. Oh. So, Megan, I have no idea what I just did with it. Oh, I found it. Okay. This is not my computer, so I don't know how to use it. There we go. Workout number 2, number 3, number 4. Like, I wanted to show you guys quick an idea of what workout number 4, because they're going to be heavy kettlebells, would be like. So here we go. All you need today are kettlebells. Part 1. For 14 minutes, every minute on the minute, you have a single kettlebell complex. 1 single arm kettlebell swing, clean, snatch, squat, thruster, switch to the other side. However long it takes you in 60 seconds, you switch over to the other. I've also provided a weight chart here for beginners, intermediate, advanced, females being first, males being second. Then part 2, you'll see here, complete 4 sets of the following: 10 to 12 double kettlebell, heavy as fuck deadlifts, slow and controlled with a 30 to 60 second rest in between. Part 3, complete 30 burpees over your bell for time, record your score. So this is an example, going as hard as you can, writing it down on your score sheet so you can come back and beat it again. But that goes for only the intense body weight. And then you see the kettlebells that are heavy and strong. It says slow and controlled. And in the demo video, I'll tell you, the slower you go, the harder it will be. The way to master control is to move slow. Number 5, body weights and bands. So all you're going to need is your road to run or a band. So we have a body weight, fast banded pull aparts. This is interval training. And then right here, we've got 5 rounds for time. Paolo and I did this when we went to where were we? We were somewhere, Pebble Beach, actually. So, and I will be posting that on my page today at some point. So this is just an example of what it looks like inside of the book. Don't forget that we also have that Facebook group, which is a huge part of this as well. And then I also wanted to just quickly show you guys, because this is pretty a long book, that we have provided you with before and after card. More than welcome to print off. So you will take your picture before, put your name, your date, write Ignite. Hold it up with your pictures. It should be front, side, and back. There's a body analysis chart here where I've shown you where I want you to take your measurements, and you'll have to measure yourself 3 times out throughout this program. And you guys will have exactly where it is. I would suggest you have someone else do it for you so it can be consistent. And in addition, we also have a score sheet. So like I was telling you, I have taken here part 1. I want you guys to record your 1,000-meter row or your 800-meter run. And I want you to tell me what it took your first attempt. Write some notes on it. Maybe you do it again. Maybe you do it another time. And there's a little space here for you to write some notes. I think writing journals about your progress and where you're at is really, really important. And then nutrition. This is a huge part of it. This is a link right here to your 6-week meal plan. So this link will pull up your entire meal plan that you will need throughout the entire program. It's 129 pages long because Alexa, my girl, made sure that she provided you with absolutely everything that you would need to succeed. Now, this is a huge part of this, and you guys know that this is a nutrition guide that explains everything. There's vegan options. There are vegetarian options. There's ways for you guys to substitute other things. And then it gets down to the nitty-gritty meal plans. And she has literally created a calendar of a breakfast, lunch, dinner with snacks in between for you guys to crush this program. Now, the way that we nutrition before is that everyone, like I said, the only way to really change your body, and I hate to tell you this, is yes, your workouts matter, but if you are not fueling your body with the right stuff, your results will not happen. And I mean that, and I see it all the time. My body has drastically changed recently, and that is purely because of nutrition. And it has got nothing to do with my workouts because my workouts have remained the same. So every time you see my body change, my workouts have always remained the same. It's just what I eat that differs to help me get there. So Alexa and I did this, right? Check it out. There are core meals for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, she has also provided you guys with a recipe book for some additional snacks to add and stack on top of your meal plan. Now, why has she not put this out there for you as a prescribed meal plan? Because it depends on what you're trying. Thanks. She is trying to make sure that she can cater and customize this entire plan to you and whatever your goals are. So if you guys want to gain, then you need to eat more, so you would eat more snacks. If you're trying to lose, then you should just maybe stick to the meals and not add the snacks. If you're trying to maintain, then you need to figure out your exact caloric burn every day and figure out the macro count that you see that is provided on this meal plan for you and make those snacks. Add them in where you need to make sure that you're at an equal calorie burn to calorie intake so you can maintain where you're at. And this is, I'm sorry if I'm insulting anyone's intelligence here, but if you're wondering how to do all these things, then think about it as simple as this. If you want to gain, you need to eat more calories than you burn on a daily basis. That does not mean that you're going to get fat. Now, what you put in your body matters. If you want to gain muscle, you still have to make sure, and that's what I mean by that. If you want to gain muscle, you need to eat more than what you're burning. If you want to lose weight and lose fat, you need to eat less than what you're burning. And if you want to maintain, it needs to be equal. That is like a rule of thumb across the board. Now, getting down into the nitty-gritty and understanding what exactly it is you can eat to make those things happen are in this program for you. And if you have any additional questions, myself and Alexa are also active on the Facebook group where we will be to answer any questions that you may have. And that's kind of it. Hey, Zappers, what's up? So I think I have already put my questions out there. Is it available from Germany? Absolutely. It is not available in German, but I believe that fitness is pretty universal, and the demonstrations are not going to be in German, obviously. I don't speak German, just a little bit. Hallo, ich heiße Hannah. Ich wohne in Florida. Wo wohnst du? But that's 5 years of German right there. My parents would be so pissed off that that's all I got from it. But anyway, the videos, instruction videos are not going to be in German, but the written programming is pretty self-explanatory as far as the rep schemes go and timing. And then the exercises that are embedded on YouTube, I'm not speaking anyway, because I truly believe that fitness is universal and it won't matter regardless. Also available here in the Netherlands. Absolutely. Like I said, you just buy it online and you download it immediately. As soon as you purchase it, you will receive an email with a link that expires in 24 hours for you guys to click it, download it, and save it to your device indefinitely. And if for any reason you don't download it within the 24 hours, just reach out to our team and we'll make sure to get that book over to you as fast as possible. I think I've answered all the questions. Does anyone have anything else that you are wondering, or whether this is for you, if this is too hard for you? Okay, what are the best? This is a little bit of a different question, not related to Ignite, but Arosha 574. I have an incredible program called Core Crusher, which is all based on the foundations of strengthening your core from the inside out. I think a lot of us think that we're building abs, but we're not actually engaging our core. So there's a lot of work inside of that book that will help you strengthen your core overall. And in addition to a quick accelerated calorie burn to add on top of your training, it's a supplemental book called Core Crusher, available on my website as well, which may help you exponentially. Oh yeah, Terrible Housewife too. Listen, Tiffany, there's some things we're great at and some things we're not. Mine's selective OCD, and it's interesting. Someone else is saying that they want to stop biting their nails. I literally don't understand, did not realize quite how bad it was. Like, my fingers will bleed if I don't pay attention. It's so bad. Anyway, I hope that you guys all have the most incredible new year. And if you have any more questions that are related to Ignite, please reach out. Hit me up in the DM. I'm going to be very on top of my DM over the next couple of days to make sure that I can answer all these questions before we get started. We have 4 days until we start, guys. I'm so excited to do this. Each of the workouts range from 35 to 45 minutes, just to let you know. And I truly believe that although the movements are advanced, just because of the complexity of how the kettlebell work that I've inserted this time is a little bit more advanced than it has been before. I don't say that should shy away people that want to start something new. Maybe I would highly suggest going over to my app and watching through the kettlebell tutorial before you start, so you understand the fundamental movement of a kettlebell snatch and a clean and a jerk and all of that good stuff, which is available on the HEF training app, which is available on hannahedenfitness.com. If you haven't done that and you don't want to pay for it, don't worry, there's a 7-day free trial. Just jump on there if you're going to do Ignite, so that you take advantage of the tutorials of the kettlebell flow before we begin. That's kind of where I'm at, and I wish everyone the best and happy new year, and I hope you all have a great day. See ya!